Hello, everybody. We are here this week to talk about character. And every day of this week, we're going to be talking about the importance of developing your character. You see, we are all hungry for promotion, for exhortation, for God to bless us, for blessings, and most especially when we come to God, most people they are busy asking for the gifts of the Holy Spirit. They're asking for talents, for their talents to be developed. They're asking for grace. They're asking for promotion and blessings. But you see, sometimes it's not advisable and it's not wise to run and to rush for blessings or for promotion, because if you are not ready for the blessings, the blessing could become a trap for you, and it could bring a lot of discomfort and a lot of disgrace eventually to you if you did not start out by developing your character first. Character is so important. It is what holds us up when everything else fails. And we could all be elevated, we could all be promoted in life, we could be blessed in life, but the only way that our blessings could be sustained and retained is through character. Character is what holds you up when everything else falls around you. So character is important for us to stay up. So you don't want to climb up without having the character to sustain yourself over there. So this week we're going to be talking about the importance of developing the values and of the Holy Spirit in us, especially the gifts of the Holy Spirit, like patience, like long-suffering, like holiness, purity, and those things are what we would fall back to when the test of life come against us sooner or later, because those tests and trials, they come against everybody. But when you are well built and grounded in your inner man, your spirit man, then there is nothing that could make you to fall or to lose the blessing that God has given to you. And so this whole week, we're going to look forward to talking and hearing more about character. God bless. Hello, everybody. Today we continue to talk about character, and character is one of those things that you hear people talk about as if it's nothing you can do about it. People say, "Well, that's my character. That I'm different from you. That's just my character, and that's how I was born. That's who I am, and there's nothing I can do about it." And actually, you hear a lot of other people talk about some other people and tell you that, well, that's their character. And there is nothing you can do about it. That's just the way they are. Well, that's not really true. Character is something that you could work on. Character is something that you could improve on. Character is totally different from temperament. Now, temperament is something that, yes, you cannot really change as such. It's what you are born with. It's your features of your personality that you could only balance, or you could only, slightly improve on, but you cannot basically change it. But when it comes to character, you could actually, you determine what character you have. You determine what kind of, what attitude you and what kind of character, what your reactions are. So character is something that has to do with our inner qualities of our behavior, how we react to issues, how our attitudes are, how we respond to things happening to us. And character is a display of how we work upon ourselves, or how we've neglected ourselves, our traits, our inner qualities. So if a man works on himself, he's a man of character. He will become a man of character. But if a man does not work on himself, then we could say, well, he has a bad character. So a good character is a proof that a person is working on himself, and bad character is a proof that a person it doesn't work on himself. So a character could be improved. Character should be improved. Actually, character is something that we should all work on a regular basis, and to improve it. But unfortunately, many people think that's what they were born with. They cannot do anything about it. But no, it's not true. Character is basically different from temperament. Temperament you cannot change, but character you have to change to become a better person. And that's what we're all called to do, to work on ourselves and to become better people. God bless. Hello, everybody. It's a joy to have you watch us today again, and we want to continue today the word we have for this week about character. And there are factors that, because a lot of people want to improve their character and they don't know how to really to do it. And a lot of people wonder, why does this person have such a character and why does the other person have such a horrible character? Well, there are factors that are actually responsible for the character building of an individual. So if you know these factors, they will help you in building your character and in improving your character and in determining the kind of character that will work for you, that you want, and the ones that you don't want. So number one factor that influences and helps to build a person's character is the environment that he finds he or herself in. So your environment depends, influence your character. So if you want to become a better person, you better change your environment. Or if you feel and you are dreaming of improving yourself, find the conducive environment or company of people who have the kind of character that you would like to be. So that's number one thing that influences our character. Number two thing that influences our character is our knowledge, what we know. Nobody can go further or farther than what he knows. So what you know determines how far you will go in life. So improve your knowledge, get better knowledge, and feed yourself with positive knowledge, and that will influence your character eventually. The next thing the next factor that influences and helps to build character is the truth and the principles that we know we build our lives on. Every one of us, whenever we take our decisions are always based on some principles or on some truths that have been revealed to us or that have been hidden from us. So the truths that you know and that are revealed to you, they determine how you behave and they influence your character. And finally, the last thing that influences a person's character is his level of discipline, the ability to discipline yourself, your desires of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life. The ability to put those things under control actually determine what kind of character we come out with. All right, we'll continue tomorrow. God bless. Hello, everybody. We continue to talk today about character. Character is something that either attracts people to you or makes people to run away from you. You cannot deny the fact that there are two categories of people we meet in our daily lives. We meet with people who, because of their character, we want to spend more time with them. When you meet with this first category of people, you don't want to leave them ever. You want to spend more and more time with them. You want to ask them questions. Because you feel better. Because they make you feel better. There are people you meet that make you feel better. They make you feel as if you are better than actually what you had thought about yourself. They make you feel greater than yourself. They make you be on top of the world. Well, this is not by accident. It's not just because that's their character or because that's the kind of person they are. It's because they've worked on themselves. It's because they have sacrificed. It's because of the kind of work they have done on themselves. So that work they have done on themselves allows them to be able to attract other people to them, and their character is now very attractive because they have polished their characters, they have worked on themselves, and now when you leave them, it's like you've grown wings. You want to fly as a result of the kind of input they put into you. There are people who add to you. They don't deduct from you. But then there are other categories of people that when you meet with them, you want to cry, or you want to run away from them, or you want to cross the street to another side of the road because you don't want to even stand with them or talk to them. Because when you talk to them, they make you feel bad. They make you feel like vomiting, or they make you feel like you are the most terrible person in the world. Their character makes you to feel as if you don't deserve to be near them, as if they are the best people in life and in the world, as if you are nothing and nobody. And they put you down by their attitudes and their comments, and they just neglect you and just make you feel as if you are nobody. Well, those kind of people are the kind of people that have not developed their characters. And that lack of the character development is what you feel when you go to them and you don't want to spend any time with them. So that is what happens to the two people, the ones that develop their character and the ones that did not develop their character. You either pull people to yourself, or you cause people to run away from you. So who will you be? Who do you wish to be? If you want people to be attracted to you, you've got to work on yourself. God bless you. Hello, everybody. We continue to talk about character today, and character development. You know, it is character is a quality of character of a person, a part of a person's life that is not seen, that is not visible from outside. You cannot look at character as you look at the hand or the head or the eyes. You cannot just point at the character that this is the person's character. It's invisible. These are invisible features of a person's personality. But then, even though the features and the traits are not visible, but you see the influence of it outside. But even more important, what the point I want to make today is that even though the character is invisible, but the things that form character are the visible external things. Even though character is inside a person, but only external factors actually form and for the character of a person. Like a child, you know, most of the thing or the personality that a child becomes were formed by the external factors that surrounded the child when he was growing up. So a child that was born in Africa that grew up in England or in America is totally different from the same child that was born in the same family back in Africa, because our environment, the external factors and the external influences the character of a person more than the internal qualities, the internal influence of a person. So that's why we say Americans are different from Russians. Russians are different from Europeans. Europeans are different from Americans. Americans are different from Asians. Why? Because these people all grew up under different external factors. So the point I want to make about this is that if we all want to improve ourselves and become a better person, we must pay a lot of attention to the external factors that are influencing us and that are formulating our internal values. So, it's a matter of values. What are the external factors and that you are in right now? What influence do they have on your character, on your values? So that's why we must change and check the people that we relate with, and make sure that we select the friends we have so that we will get the best influence from them. And we also want to look at the books we read. Those are other external factors like the books we read that actually influence our internal character. So pay attention to the external things that affect who you are as a person, and that's how you could improve yourself. God bless. Hello, everybody. We continue to talk today about character, and character is so important that actually character determines the greatness of a person, a people, and a nation. Normally, we think that the greatness of a person is determined by his wealth or his possession or what he has. But it's not always the case, because so many great people, so many rich and wealthy people who have something, who have material possessions, cannot really be called great, even though great people have material possessions and are wealthy and rich as well. But normally they are rich because of the character they have built inside them. And the wealth and riches is just a consequence of the character, of the value of character and of the virtue of character that they have developed in themselves. So the point is that you can only be as great as your character. You can only be as great as your virtues. What is the goodness in being wealthy or popular Hollywood star and dying of alcoholism or drug addiction? Or what is the benefit of you becoming a professor and yet, getting drunk at night and, becoming a drunkard in the street? So that's not greatness, and that is not the kind of greatness that anybody wants at all. And we know so many people who are supposed to have wealth and fame, but at the end of the day, they end up in divorce, they end up in multiple marriages and adultery and in scandals and in shame. So that is not greatness. But people who are really great are people who have worked on themselves, who have worked on their virtues, who have worked on their characters, who have worked on their internal values and internal virtues. And because of those virtues, now they are able to possess a great amount of wealth and influence. Well, so the basis for their wealth and influence and greatness is not the possessions they have, but the qualities that they have built in themselves. It is what determines their greatness in the real sense. And the wealth and other things are just additional. They are things that are added to the virtues of character that they've developed in themselves initially. So talk to you. We'll continue tomorrow. Hello everybody, today is the final day of our talking on character, and character is something that is very interesting. If we don't work on it, it's going to collapse and it's going to disintegrate. So character needs checks and balances all the time. We need a check and balance system on our character, on ourselves. If you don't submit yourself to somebody who you could respect, who could talk to you and make you to be responsible for your words and attitudes, you will discover that that state of lack of submission and lack of subordination could lead you to the ruin of your character, because you don't listen to anybody. You don't have to listen to anybody. Nobody is in control of your life, and nobody is responsible for you, and you think you are free. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. The reason why the people who go wrong and who used to be good and end up being bad is because they don't have any control. They don't have any check and balance system in their lives. They don't control themselves, and they don't put themselves under a system of control whereby they could put themselves under check regularly. So we all need that. We need a system whereby we check on ourselves, we control ourselves, and we'll be able to have people in our lives that we could listen to, people who could talk to us, people who could rebuke us, people who could correct us. If we have such people in our lives, there is a better probability and possibility that we are going to maintain our character and on a high level. But if we don't have any kind of check and balance, then there is no guarantee that you are going to be able to maintain your character and your level the way you are right now. So let's constantly work on ourselves, and let's have people around us, like our family members, our mentors, who help us to become better people. And that's how we could maintain our greatest wealth, which is character. God bless you.